Welcome, I'm Eric, and today we're going to play and look at some strategies for Nintia Estate, which is a city builder slash manager style game on the Binance Smart Chain platform. It's kind of similar to the classic SimCity, which I loved as a kid. I'm going to show you how the game works so you can see the game before deciding whether to spend money on it and where things are in the game so you don't struggle if you do decide to play. If you just want to go ahead and see the game, then click on the gameplay's timestamp below. But I think it's important to see the mechanics first because at the moment, the graphics are very bare-boned, but with graphical improvements coming in Q2 of this year. So a few month wait for that. Plus, I think it's just important to figure out your starting strategy and really to give you some expectations for what your return will be if you decide to play. Because at the least, you're going to need to purchase a house to begin, which is around $30 at today's prices. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to my subscriber, Paul, for suggesting this game to me. So thank you very much, Paul. If you have a game that you're thinking of playing or you want to learn more of before you put money in, be sure to like and subscribe and give me a comment below. So the teams provided this spreadsheet. It's an ROI calculator kind of showing the potential profits that you can earn from this game, which is pretty cool. And you can just save it and edit it as you wish. I'm going to provide a link to this Google Doc on the description. So I forgot where they originally posted it. But anyways, they show you in this section here, they show you the different streams of income, of which there are 3. You can earn income by collecting rent on your property. You can earn income by cleaning and by repairing. And the cleaning and repairing is something that gets reset every day. And depending on how much land or property that you own, you get a certain allotment. So these are based on like kind of the max allotment every day. And if you scroll down, you can see adding everything up depending on, again, the property type and assuming that you repair and clean daily. The return on investment ranges from 19 days to almost 8 days, which is almost too good to be true. And again, this is best case scenario. So there's several caveats, and really the best thing to do is read the white paper to understand everything. But I'm going to kind of go over some highlights as well so you can kind of understand why your return on investment is probably not going to be that. First and foremost, what they say is that these numbers are based on, let's see, can I highlight it? Yeah, they're based on a single gotcha roll of 350 NINTI. So that's just like a randomized like loot box type thing to when you get your property. And if you were to buy them in the marketplace, the ROI is going to be different. So if you were to look at the properties of like see how much skyscrapers are selling for, that ranges currently in the marketplace. It's like $2,000 to $5,000, we'll say, or 2,000 to 5,000 NINTI. So that's going to be, let's say it's 10 times this random roll that you can do. You know, that's going to make your return on investment closer to 80 days, assuming all else being equal. So that's the big caveat for this spreadsheet. I wanted to talk more about the cleaning and repairing aspect of this game because in addition to just buying and renting your house and simply cleaning and repairing your own house when issues arise, the ability for you to clean other people's homes and repair other people's homes is kind of like a whole market and ecosystem in itself where people can, they don't need to focus on buying property. They could just really clean and repair to help grow their income. So looking at cleaning, what happens is rooms that need cleaning at 0 UTC will suffer a 20% reduction in the rent they produce that day. So you want to make sure either you or somebody else has cleaned your property by that time so you don't get that reduction in rent. Now, what happens is the cleaning counter for each property is randomly reset between 30 and 16 o'clock UTC every day. So it seems like there may be a chance you won't need to clean your property. And it also seems like, yeah, there's no fixed time, defined time when the property is going to need to be cleaned again. So because other people can clean your property, well, assuming you are going to earn income cleaning other people's property, there's no fixed time you can do it, because it's random when the property needs cleaning. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if you can really fulfill your total allotment of cleanings on other people's property to earn that max income. Going back to the ROI calculator, like, are you really going to be able to clean every day and earn that 1,000? It's hard to say. So that's the same kind of thing with repairing as well, right? You can potentially earn 400 NE after costs per day repairing other people's property. And what happens is, let's see, when do they get reset? For repairing, there's a random from every day from 1 o'clock to 16 o'clock UTC, there's a random chance that a property presents a failure. And if no repairs are made by the end of the day, which is 0 UTC, there's a 30% deduction on the reward for every room. So again, because it's random and because you don't know if you're going to make it in time to repair somebody else's property before it gets fixed, it's not a guarantee that you'll be able to earn that income. All right, so let's look at the land. When you start the game, you can actually play for free, or you can build in free land. Now, the drawbacks with that is that you don't get help. I mentioned you can clean other people's or repair other people's property. If you don't buy land and you use the free land, you cannot get help by others. In addition, if you have the free land, it mentions that, where is it? Well, it's unsellable, of course, but you need to build a fence around the property to keep intruders away. And if you don't, you will receive 35% less rent per room. And the fences that you buy, they get destroyed or they only last for a day. So you're going to be continuously buying fences in order to keep your property earning its maximum rent potential. So scrolling down, you can see that depending on the land, you get bonus rents per room, and number of slots go up as you get, number of slots to construct properties go up as you get more expensive properties. So the best one gives you up to 12 slots to construct properties. If it's an origin, which I'm not quite sure what's defined as origin, but you get bonuses. So, yeah, you can see the prices down here for their shop, but you can also buy it at the marketplace, which right now, at least, these lands are actually going cheaper than if you were to buy it at their shop. So that's the way to go. So yeah, there's a lot of strategies in this game, and really it just depends on the market conditions and the availability of and timing of whether you can really repair and clean these properties. So you could choose to either just only focus on building property and not worry about repairing or maintaining others and just worry about yourselves every day. Or you can kind of go the exact opposite route and get the bare minimum of property and spend your time trying to clean and maintain other people's properties to earn that income. I think the end result is kind of going to be somewhere in the middle, which is what I've ended up doing in my purchase. So I just decided to buy one like mid-tier property and one basic land so that I can kind of expand in the future. One interesting thing, which I'm not quite sure why, but you actually need to link an email with your game account, with your MetaMask wallet. And in addition, instead of approving these contracts before you make a transaction. For example, on the marketplace, it takes you to the setting page to make sure that you approve the appropriate contract. So I'm not so sure if it's a convenience or inconvenience, but all the contracts that you can interact with in this game are here. So if you want, you can just approve what you're trying to do at the moment, or you can approve all of them so that you don't have that issue when playing the game in the future. Okay, so once you get into the game, you go to this home page right here, and it's default under My Properties. So you can see that I have a building currently built. It's not built when you purchase it on the marketplace. When you purchase it on the marketplace, you're actually only buying the blueprint. So if you were getting in for the first time, you would see your property under My Blueprints. And in order to build it, you need to go to your store and purchase workers. But let's just scroll down here. My lands. I mentioned I bought a land, so that's right here. It's the Wakefield land. You get a desert for free, but I'm not going to be using it for reasons I've mentioned prior in this video. The next thing is the map. So depending on which city, you can go into any of them, and you could click on them, and you could clean and repair any of them. So like I mentioned, it's very just bare bones graphics right now, just so you can simply understand and see the game. It looks like, my guess is that if it's grayed out, it has not been purchased yet. And if it's bright, that means it is purchased. Here you can see like this land has a lot of homes inside. They're all cleaned. There's no icon on that because it seems like this person has cleaned their house fully. So if you look at this square here, you'll see there's like that broom and dust icon. So that indicates that, hey, if you come in here, there are homes to be cleaned, so you can get your cleaning reward that way. So it's just a quick way to see what's available. And yeah, you can kind of just scroll left and right. So for me, let's see where my land would be. My coordinates of my land is 3-4 in Wakefield. So let's go to that top corner. 3-4. Here I am. Bam, there's my building. Oh, one cleaning. Somebody actually cleaned it for me. And I have 12 more rooms that I need cleaned. And so far, let's see, is there any kind of maintenance? Oh yeah. So if there is a maintenance, then it should pop up as an icon as well, saying it needs to be maintained. Currently though, it doesn't appear there's any kind of maintenance required on both my property and just all these other properties that are there. Maybe it's not time yet in the day for that maintenance to get reset. The last thing to talk about in this game is the store, and this is where you buy, like for example, the construction crew, which I mentioned is used to turn your blueprint into an actual building to start earning rent. You have your repair kit, your cleaning kit. Paint is just for aesthetic purposes. So you're basically re-rolling your paint color. And fence is for the free land, which is the fence is necessary so that you don't get a penalty on that free land to like prevent from robbers or something, I think they claim. And the maid insurance is as kind of you can purchase it and it'll clean it's in case you forget to clean your property or your property's not cleaned, the maid insurance will do that for you. Important thing to note is that everything in this store in the game is priced in NE, which so far in my guide, we have not made that conversion yet. We've only purchased the NINTI token to buy the land and property or property blueprint. So in order to get NE, you need to go out of the game. So we're going to go back to the marketplace here. And this is back in the homepage of the website. There's this My Cash, this bag icon that you can click on. And now this is where you make that transfer it's if you want one NINTI is going to give you 100 NE. And something to note is if you want to withdraw, which you actually can't do yet, it says March 1st is when that's going to happen. But if you want to withdraw, the exchange rate is not the same. So if you try to withdraw 100, you're only going to get 0.8 NINTI. So that's a 20% difference in that withdrawal rate, just FYI. So yeah, that's kind of about it. You know, once you get your building and land set up, you're pretty much collecting that income from the building and going through the map to figure out, to try and clean other people's cities so that you can earn that income, the cleaning and repair income as well. And like I was showing you in the white paper, it tells you those UTC times where the cleaning and maintenance kind of will happen randomly. So you can use that as a guide to kind of figure out when you want to come back into the game to make to try to make those repairs or cleanings. I'm really excited to see the graphic upgrade come Q2. Hopefully they upgrade it to look more like SimCity 2000, like with like that kind of isometric 3D view, rather than like the original SimCity, which is, you know, more of a top-down kind of feel and not as 3D. But honestly, anything will be better than what's currently here. But the game mechanics seem really interesting to me, and I'm excited to just kind of keep playing this game and watch that income grow, and hopefully more people can discover this game and enjoy it as well. My guess is they're probably going to have a much bigger marketing push once that graphic overhaul comes. So I'm hoping that getting in early will allow me to get a head start in earning that income. Yeah, if you have any comments or you have any strategies for this game, you know, let me know. I would love to hear it. And if you want to know, again, more about the tokenomics and get a kind of deeper dive into this game and the token, team, investors, then watch my deep dive video on this game as well, which I will be posting in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.